work.
Sigmund Freud. So in the unconscious mind, got our research going from side to side, side to side. This dream's a scary one, hope to find out what it means tonight, means tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound, turn around and look up. You see her falling from a building. Oh no, it's this dream again. I can never forget those scary dreams. Scary Sigmund tonight. My daddy's analyzing our dreams again. 'Cause Sigmund tonight, my dreams are so scary. Tell me what they mean. Well, what they mean. And analyze the theories until the research is done. 'Cause Sigmund tonight, psychoanalysis on my mind again. My mind again. Just when you think he's done, Sigmund's got more theories to prove. That's a nice mind you have. It has 3 parts. Ego, super ego. Your self-esteem drops, you could use a friend now. Sigmund Freud will be there for you.
What the? Weird dream.
Bro, you were singing in your sleep.
I was?
Yeah.
Was it fire?
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Sigmund Freud was born May 6, 1856. He was born in Czechoslovakia and raised in Vienna, Austria. He was one of 8 siblings. At 19, he conducted his first independent research project, and at 20, he published his first scientific paper. He was a very good student in grade school and was qualified to attend the University of Vienna at age 17. He received his doctorate of medicine at age 24. His research career was something else. He established himself in the private practice of neurology. He devoted his efforts to the treatment of hysterical patients with the help of hypnosis. This was short-lived, however, because he later went into psychoanalysis, when his interest in unconscious factors of human behavior led him to research dreams.
Alrighty, class. You have 5 minutes before class starts.
Yay, I have time to sleep.
Psychoanalysis is the study of the conscious and unconscious mind. This field of study was founded by Sigmund Freud, and he believed that people are able to make their unconscious thoughts become conscious. The main goal of this field is to release repressed memories and experiences. What would happen is that the subject would lie down and the psychologist would take notes on their dreams as they describe them. Many people disagree with this theory because they think there is no meaning and it is unable to be proven. Free association, sometimes known as the word association game. In this, the psychologist would list words and the patient would say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. An example would be if the psychologist said the word childhood, this could make the patient think of a painful memory from his or her childhood, and they would say a word or phrase that correlates to it. Sometimes Freud found the patient experienced such vivid memories that they relived an event. This is also considered a flashback. The main issue with this is that the patient sometimes could be resilient to this method, but at the same time, the resiliency could also mean that they were getting close to a repressed memory. Later on, this would help the psychologist find the root of an issue.
Alright, so I'm going to show you these pictures, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to mind. So what do you say?
Like a queen insect with a bear that's like ruling, that's like controlling a spaceship.
Alright, so this one.
The monster from Ghostbusters. That giant marshmallow guy.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Alright, don't know what you're talking about, but
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. You see Mr. Krabs here.
I see Mr. Krabs.
Alright. This one.
Two cows that are like looking at each other's outfits, being like, "Oh, you look good."
And they're saying that exact thing.
Well, it'd probably be like moo, but
And this one.
an owl.
Finally, something I can work with.
So psychosexual development is...
Oh, hello. It is me, Sigmund Freud. Today, I'm going to be teaching you about the 5 stages of psychosexual development. The 5 stages represent the fixation of libido, which is basically your sexual drive/instincts. The first stage, oral, is the mouth. This involves sucking and swallowing. The second stage is the anus, withholding or expelling feces. Great pleasure is given from defecating. The third stage is phallic, the penis or clitoris. This involves masturbation. Sensitivity becomes concentrated in the genitals. The fourth stage is latent. Little or no sexual motivation is present. This is the time before puberty. Libido is dormant. In the fifth stage, genital, it involves the penis or vagina. Sexual intercourse is involved. Adolescent sexual experimentation.
This lesson is so boring.
One of Freud's prominent theories was the 3 parts of the unconscious mind. These parts are the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is our impulses. It tells our brain to pursue our desires. For example, our libido is our sex drive, or our death instinct, thanatos, is what leads to our aggression. The id is completely unaware of its surroundings, and it is based in our unconscious. It is the only part of the 3 that is present at birth. Next, we have our ego. Our ego works to mediate our desires and our external reality, working to satisfy our desires but in a socially acceptable way. It basically is the source of our self-control. Freud once made the analogy where the id is the horse and the ego is the rider. Quote, "The ego is like a man on horseback who has to check the superior strength of the horse." Unquote. The ego functions in both the conscious and unconscious mind. Lastly, our superego is our sense of right and wrong, working as an assistant to the ego, steering our decisions to morally driven decisions rather than just simplistic ones. It helps check our id in things like sex and aggression. It stops you from physically harming others. It is also the source of our shame and our guilt. It uses these emotions as a way to punish our ego for making wrong decisions in a situation. To sum up, our id is our impulses, our ego helps us achieve our impulses but in a socially acceptable way, and our superego helps us remain morally strong.
Oh my god.
No sleeping in class.
Bro, finally, class is on. Finally take my nap now. Sigmund Freud said that dreams are a way to provide clues to the unconscious mind. Throughout many years, we have found many meanings to many dreams. Sigmund Freud has referred to dreams as a censor, but it is less vigilant when you are asleep.
So I was having this super weird dream last night. I was in Miss Mullen's psychology class, right? And I was giving a presentation and Sigmund Freud was there. But the problem is I was in my underwear.
So your dream means that you're afraid of being caught off guard, and or maybe you're just unprepared for a project. So what I want you to do is go home, sleep, come back, and tell me what dream you had last night.
Doc, Listen, I had this crazy dream last night, right? So I was just minding my own business, and then boom, I was on a rooftop with Sigmund Freud, and he pushed me off the building, and I was falling. It was so scary, Doc. Tell me, what does it mean?
Very, very interesting dream. Don't know what Sigmund Freud has to do with it, but you're feeling insecurity and anxiety or sense of failure. So what I want you to do is go back home and do the same thing as we did like today.
What was that dream? What?
All right, now we're gonna take it to the people and show why Sigmund Freud should get the award. Now follow me. What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
While many find Freud to be controversial, I personally believe that his research has had a large impact on the field. I am a big fan of the 3 parts of the unconscious mind as well as the iceberg theory.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
He's a theorist. The one from Child Development? Oh my god. Really?
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
I know he's a good guy.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
What is that?
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
Sigmund Freud was an influential psychologist who's done a lot for the whole community and has given many great ideas that we still use today.
Right.
What a guy.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
Who's that?
Sigmund Freud.
What?
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
Sigmund Freud is a deep individual that I respect some of his philosophies, but not all.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
Oh, he's a pretty cool guy. He founded functionalist, structuralist, something.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
That's the psychology guy. I mean, he was kind of a beast.
What are your views with Sigmund Freud?
He's a good man. You know, we love him.
He's my boyfriend.
What are your views on Sigmund Freud?
Yeah, Sigmund Freud was a great innovator for psychology. He is known as the father of psychology. He did a lot for theories, made up a lot of theories that were very constructive for the brain, mental processes and everything. And yeah, overall, very, very credible guy.
Thank you.